Montgomery County is proud of its history, but there are parts of that history that do not reflect the county's core values of diversity and inclusivity. Last year, all 9 members of the county council requested a process that would change the names of public streets and buildings named after Confederate soldiers who do not reflect those values. The task was assigned to the Montgomery County Planning Department.
We at the Montgomery County Planning Department, along with the Montgomery County Parks Department, created a joint team of historians who conducted a lot of research over the summer of 2020 to actually identify those individuals. And so they looked at a lot of historical records to identify the names of nationally known Confederates, locally known Confederates, as well as brand new research identifying the names of slaveholders in the county, as well as over 3,000 enslaved people in Montgomery County.
That research revealed 3 streets within a half a mile of each other in Councilmember Andrew Friedson's district, Jubal Early Court and Jeb Stewart Road and Court. Friedson initiated the request of the Planning Department with unanimous support of his colleagues.
When we decide to name a public street after somebody, we are bestowing upon them a public honor for a particular reason. And here we are bestowing an honor today on 2 individuals who are only associated in history with their role in the Confederacy. They are only associated with their role in the perpetuation of slavery, of treating human beings as property.
We considered a number of different name options. We looked at the names of African American individuals in Montgomery County who have some type of historical significance. We looked at nature-based names. We looked at place names. So those were some of the options that we presented to the community back in February.
Jeb Stewart Road and Jeb Stewart Court will be named after Geneva Mason, who was instrumental in the rebuilding of the Scotland neighborhood and its fight against urban renewal. Jubal Early Court will be renamed William Dove Court. William Dove was born into slavery and later became one of the founding members of the Scotland community.
I grew up with several members of the Dove family. I was coached in high school by members of the Dove family. The Dove family are part of my community and my upbringing. They're part of the long-term community that we have here in Montgomery County and my ties to this community. And I think it's a fitting tribute because William Dove represents Scotland, which represents historical communities that we have in Montgomery County that for far too long were cast aside, were segregated from the rest of Montgomery County.
And the residents in the neighborhood we spoke to are in favor of the change.
Everyone in the street in the area is all kind of embarrassed by that street name, just in terms of what it stands for, in terms of it's not what we stand for. Like I have in my front yard, I have a nice rainbow sign, and we support everyone, and just having that sign it's really an embarrassment for the neighborhood.
We're glad. We think the names that were chosen are good names, and I think by and large the community is very happy with the decision of the county.
The council began taking a look at this issue in 2019 when then President Nancy Navarro requested the school board consider reviewing the names of schools associated with systemic racism. This year it was announced that E. Brooke Lee Middle School would be named after the late Odessa Shannon, the first African-American woman to serve as an elected official in Montgomery County.
It's also important that we dismantle the symbols of institutionalized racism. And a street name, a public facility, that is a public formal honor that we are demonstrating who we value and what we value. And yes, it's important that we continue the work as we have in dismantling those actual structures, but it's also important that we go after and dismantle the symbols of institutionalized racism.
It's expected the new street signs will be installed by DOT later this summer. Reporting from Potomac, I'm Susan Kenedy.